Hello and welcome back to the University of Aesthetics YouTube page. This is Evan Ewing checking in, and I'm going to be taking you through my chest and hamstring workout today. Just to start out the workout, I wanted to show some of my warm-up here. So I wanted to warm up my rotator cuffs first, so I just grab a couple of 5-pound plates there, and I'm just doing some rotator cuff exercises just to get the joints warmed up before I jump into my chest workout, the chest portion first, and then I finish up the workout with some hamstrings, so I'll show you all of that in this video. So in the past I had a minor shoulder injury that was due to improper bench pressing form. So throughout this workout for chest, you're going to be seeing a lot of different exercises that aren't necessarily your typical chest exercises. So, a lot of times when you're thinking of lifting chest, especially in the off season, you might think of doing a lot of pressing movements and really low rep heavy presses. But this workout is a little bit different, and this is kind of how I worked around my injury. So this injury limited me from having a really good mind-muscle connection with my chest. My shoulders would take over a lot. So for me, these exercises that I chose for this video and for this workout in general are very, very good exercises to get a good mind-muscle connection with. So I wouldn't say they're basic, but they're simple, and they should allow you to get a good squeeze and really get a good pump in the chest. And you can push yourself past failure enough on them to damage the fiber, which is what you want to rebuild and grow bigger muscles. So throughout this warm up, I don't really have rep counts with it. I just kind of do a lot of different motions to get the chest warmed up, as well as the other stabilizing muscle groups like my rear delts and my anterior delts as well. So I've also heard some people do pull-ups before their chest workout to make that kind of springboard for their chest. So, and then I just go to the cables and go through some motions for the exercises that I'm going to do. So this is the second chest workout that I do every week. I do chest and back on Monday, and then chest and hamstrings again on Friday. So this is the second chest workout, like I said, and it's a little bit less volume than the chest workout that I do on Monday. So, but yeah, this is hopefully you'll see some new ways to hit chest here, and if you do have a shoulder injury, these ways and these exercises might be beneficial for you. So, I'm just kind of pressing it out, getting some blood in the chest, and the first exercise that I'm going to do, which you're about to see, is I call it a chest press, like a cable chest press, I guess would be the best way to put it. So I have the apparatus set up to about shoulder width on each side for the cables, and I'll take a big step forward, locking my hands together, and I'm leaning quite a bit forward here, and you're just going to go into a pressing motion with the cables. So I actually borrowed this exercise from the men's physique, Mr. Olympia, Jeremy Buendia. He does these with his coach, Hani Rambod, and they do an FST 7 style with it, so 7 sets of anywhere from 10 to 12 reps, whereas for my workout, I'm doing this first and targeting the upper chest, doing 4 sets, anywhere from 8 to 15 reps. In some cases, I may even get less than 8, but nowhere lower than 6. So, keeping the tension on the chest at all times, really controlling that negative. So that's the first exercise that I do. No supersets there, just the straight exercise. So the second one that I do here is I call it a decline fly, even though it's not really decline, but you're doing the same scooping motion that you would as if you were on a decline bench. So I have the cable set really high. I'm in that ready position with my knees bent, and my torso is actually kind of sitting over my knees, and I go into that fly motion like you're hugging a barrel, basically. So you can see that my arms are slightly bent, but they're locked into position. So after I lock my arms in that slightly bent spot, then I'm not moving them after that. So really scooping down for a good squeeze. And on these 4 sets, anywhere from 6 to 15 reps, same kind of rep range, and really let it pull back, get a good stretch, and then go into your rep here. And so once I hit failure, then I go into a decline type press. So I'm really tight to the side of my chest and doing some pressing. And after I hit failure with that, link my hands together and just burn out everything I got there. So 6 reps, 6 to 8 with the fly, and then transition into the press to get upwards of maybe 15 to 20 reps past that failure point. So that is exercise number 2. Like I said, 4 sets on that. So it's a good one there. And the next exercise that I do is a chest press machine. And some gyms might not have this equipment, but most gyms should. If your gym doesn't, you could also use a hammer strength, which we have at Anytime Fitness here. But you can see that I have the seat very low, and my hands are set wide, and you can see that I'm digging my chin into my upper chest. So for me, I think that helps activate that mind muscle connection. My chin is actually touching the part of the muscle that I want to work. So I think mentally that helps me connect to my upper chest a little bit better. And on these, I go for 4 sets and shoot for 15 reps on these. So you can see once I hit failure, this machine, you can't see it in the video, but it actually has like foot pegs that you can push the weight up. So once I hit failure, I kick it back up, and then I do some negatives with it from there. So the weight was too difficult for me to actually push, so I use my foot to assist and then get some more tension on the muscle after failure by doing the negatives. So that is exercise number 3. No supersets with that, just the straight exercise. 4 sets there. The next exercise that I do is a pec deck fly. So most gyms should have this as well. I have the seat set very low, and on these I only do 3 sets because I'm supersetting them with the incline dumbbell fly, which you're about to see here. So on these, just like the chest press machine, I have my chin buried into the upper chest to really activate, and you can see that my arms are fixed. They're slightly bent, but after they're bent, they're locked in. I'm not bending anymore at the elbow joint after they're locked in that position. So on these, I shoot for 15 to 20 reps, really getting a good squeeze here, and I superset these with 3 sets of an incline fly, which you're about to see in the next clip here. But these are my last 2 exercises for the chest. So moving into the incline dumbbell fly. In the sets before this, this is my 2nd set. The set before this, I tried the 50s. I looked at the footage and realized that I really wasn't going quite as wide as I would want to. So I put the bench at about 30 degrees, and I pinned my shoulder blades back to the bench so that my delts aren't getting activated. By pinning your shoulders back, you really open up the chest, and you want to do that basically on all your chest movements. You want to pin those shoulder blades back, and it just helps open up the chest to get a better stretch and better connection. So on these, I went for 3 sets of 15 reps, and I superset these, like I said, with the pec deck fly. So doing the 2 motions together is a good way to finish off the chest. It's a good superset, and like I said, this is the lesser volume day of the 2 chest workouts that I do per week. On Monday, I hit chest a little bit harder, but these exercises for this workout are what I think really gets a good mind-muscle connection for me. So, and my chest is definitely my weakest body part, so I'm trying to really improve that. So the next clip, I go into hamstrings. And for the hamstrings, I start out with a one-legged leg curl with the cable. So a lot of times, your gym might only have a prone leg curl machine, and that's how this Anytime Fitness is. It only has a prone leg curl. So I wanted to change it up and do a standing leg curl. So most gyms should have this Velcro strap that you wrap around your ankles, and it has a hook that you can hook up to the cable. So on these, I do 4 sets, and each leg I will do 25 to 30 reps. So on my quad workout, you notice that I was doing very high repetitions for my quads. So I would like to match that for the excuse me, I'd like to match that on the hamstrings by doing 25 to 30 reps on a lot of my hamstring motions as well. So I do each leg 25 to 30 reps, 4 sets in total, and you just switch out the Velcro to the other ankle, and you can see that I'm grabbing onto the apparatus to support my body. You'll have to pull the weight off the stack. You don't want the stack to keep slamming every time, so you want to step back a little bit, and just grabbing on like that just helps stabilize your body. So for these, they really isolate the hamstring. It's a great way to start out, getting a lot of blood into the muscle, and starting out your workout on the hamstrings with an exercise that really gets a good mind-muscle connection. It really activates a lot of muscle fibers. So on these, like I said, each leg, 4 sets, 25 to 30 reps. And I superset these with a stiff leg deadlift with dumbbells. So on these, I show a couple different angles here. So you can see I'm in a ready position. These are slightly bent, and the dumbbells just kind of scale down your legs. So you can see my chest is high, and as you bring the dumbbells down, you should feel the tension in your hamstring and glutes as you come back up. So on these, I have a couple different angles, and I do 4 sets, and I superset these with the one-legged leg curl on the cables. So it's a superset back and forth, 4 sets, and on these I go for 25 to 30 reps. And here I believe I'm using the 90s. I used to do these on the Smith machine, but I have been liking using the dumbbells recently. So, and I just wear the belt to help support my lower back there. So these are a killer. They get your heart rate up really high. So those 2 exercises supersetted. Great way to start hamstrings off. And then next we move into, like I said, we have this prone leg curl. So I move into the prone leg curl here. And this is just regular 2 legs. And I go for 4 sets, 30 reps each set. And then I go into a massive drop set after the 4th set, which I didn't show here, but I will show you in the next exercise another drop set that I do. So on these, very high repetition, and this is my 3rd exercise for hamstrings, second to last. I do 4 exercises, and like I said, after that 4th set finishes, then I start pulling the pin, doing a major drop set to really just toast the hamstrings. So in the next clip, you're going to see the next exercise, which is the one that I pretty much just go to absolute complete failure on. So hit that set, had a good pump on those. So this next exercise, this is probably the hardest one for me in the whole workout. So what I do here, I sped up the clip a little bit because it's pretty long, but I do 4 sets, and these are one-legged leg curls. So I'll do 4 sets, 8 reps each leg, 8 to 10. And when you hit failure with the one leg, then you bring your other leg in to help with the concentric motion. So bringing the curl part, and then you actually pull out the assisted leg. So the leg that you were first working does a negative. So you'll see it in this clip here how I do that. But I do 4 sets like that, and after the last set of the one-legged, then you bring in both legs and you do a massive drop set with both legs after you've already just completely exhausted the one leg at a time. So for me, this is the exercise of the day. This is the last one. And basically, to me, it's not a good workout if I don't just absolutely give it all I have on this one here. So for me, hamstrings are a very weak body group for me. I've pulled my right hamstring twice, and basically to me that's telling me that my quads are over dominating my hamstrings, so I really need to bring my hamstring strength up. So for me this off season, it's a major point to bring up my hamstrings, especially for switching over to classic physique where my legs are going to be showing. So I want to make sure that my hamstrings are up to par. So on these, like I said, I just go to all out failure. When I think that I'm done, I try to push for maybe 5 more reps. And if I get those 5, then that means I do 5 more. and I just keep going until I literally can't pull the apparatus up anymore, to absolute complete failure. I don't consider myself done on this exercise unless I can't move the weight up at all. That is considered done then, when I literally can't pull and curl the machine at all. And you know, maybe it looks like I'm cheating a little bit by like pulling on the handles to get the weight up, but it's just a massive drop set. I'm only using like 40 pounds here. I mean, it was just literally absolute failure, and I don't consider that a good workout until I hit that on this day. So that when I get on stage for Classic Physique, I know that I put every ounce and shred of energy that I had into these hamstring workouts and basically every workout that I have, so that when I'm on stage, if I don't, you know, however I place, I know that I gave it every ounce of energy that I had in the gym for those workouts. So I can't, you know, place poorly and think, you know, oh, I could have done more. So like I said, just complete failure on these. And this is the last exercise of the day here for this workout. So like I said, you just got to go all out. When you think you're done, try for 5 more. If you get them, keep going until you're literally at absolute failure. So you can see I can barely curl my legs up off the ground. So then I move into, I just wanted to show some of my stretching here. So this is some of the stretching that I do after my hamstring workout, and sometimes I'll do these after, I do different ones when I do quads, but some of them I also do after I lift quads. But I wanted to show some of these stretches. So on the ground here, this helps with the lower back hamstring flexibility. So I'll do each leg and then go into like the butterfly stretch, and basically just try to hold these stretches out for anywhere from 10 to 20 seconds, and just make sure that you do each side. And I don't know, this is definitely one of the harder workouts. When I do quads, I also like to train in the same fashion, you know, that I'm giving it every ounce of energy that I have, and I do the same on shoulders, which you guys saw in the last workout video, where you know, those drop sets, just pushing your body to that absolute, just maximal level. I mean, you're going all out, leaving it all in the gym, you know. And if you're a competitor, that's how it should be. You know, you should want to compete and give it all that you have. So, you know, when I'm on stage, I want to know that I gave it every bit of energy that I had. So, and there's no better feeling that when you get done with that, you know, giving it your all like that, and you're stretching there, and the workout's over, and you know that you gave it everything. So for me, that's how I like to train. That's how I try to train. And it's unfortunate that, you know, with past injuries, like with my shoulder, that I'm a little bit hesitant to go to that all-out degree with my chest, because I don't want to re-injure that shoulder. It happened a few years ago, but it's just never been the same. I haven't had that you know, really good power. Like when I hit my chest, you know, it's never quite been the same. So I've just been working and working to try and get my chest back up to the level that I need it to be at to be a competitor. So hopefully you guys learned something new from this video. I have a last little outro clip here where I do a little vlog for you. So just from wrapping up the commentary, I just hope you guys enjoyed the video. Just like the video, subscribe if you want to see some more workout videos, some more content, and I really appreciate you guys watching. Thank you. Alright guys, that is going to do it for my chest and hamstring workout. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and you learned something new. This is one of 2 chest workouts that I do per week, and then this is my second half of legs where I do hamstrings. So hopefully you guys learned something new. I hope you enjoyed the video. You know, I'm trying to get used to vlogging. This is like my second time vlogging, so I gotta get used to holding this camera up in public. I keep looking around because I'm worried that somebody's gonna be pulling up and see me out here, but I'm just trying to get used to it. So hopefully you guys learned something new from the video, and I love putting out these videos. It's really fun for me, so hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like the video, please subscribe if you want to see some more content. And there's a car that just drove by. They're probably wondering what is this guy doing, but like I said, I got to get used to it. So trying to get out of my comfort zone here a little bit, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. And I know I keep saying that, but you know, I'm trying to put out new exercises and different ways to do things. You can see with my chest workout that there wasn't a lot of pressing movements, and with my past shoulder injury, it just works better for me. I have a better chest connection by doing lots of cable work and also lots of lighter dumbbell work. So if you have shoulder injuries, try giving that, you know, a run and see how it goes. But I hope you guys learned something new, and yeah, just stay tuned for more. I'm gonna hopefully be putting out some tips videos and maybe a couple more workouts, and then I also want to interview some local competitors in the area and just kind of pick their brain a little bit and give you guys that knowledge of what it takes to compete and kind of what everyone has to go through to do it. So hopefully you enjoyed the video, and yeah, just stay tuned for more. Thank you.